Okay, Dow Jones continues the downside, still hasn't broken this low as yet, but you do have um, 5 days in a row that are down, and the volume has increased all the way down. So you see the bearish MACD cross is pretty much lined up right there. So we got to see if this previous level is going to hold. Okay, is it going to come back up above? Pretty much the green line is above the 10-day moving average, and then if it can get above this, if we're 16, 119 or something like that. But right now, if is it a short? Maybe. But again, you want to see a bounce and a lower, excuse me, yes, a lower high, and then continue to the downside. So we just have to see what's going on there. On the weekly, we do see that we are forming, and we got to see what happens tomorrow. But basically, almost like an evening star pattern, and we got to see if these levels are going to hold. So again, it's still bullish, just retracement, but we don't predict, we just react, and that's pretty much what's going on right now. The composite we showed yesterday had a lot of the most strength out of the four indexes that we were looking at, but you see that it just pretty much has a minor pullback right now, but still above the 10. So if it could get it back above these levels, at least we could kind of see what's going on from there. The Russell had 3 down days, and right now it's still looking weak, but it has to recapture the 10 again. And you see, if we look to the left, you can see, well, the channel you see is there. So the channel, it's just at the top of the channel. So maybe it's just a retrace that we did like this and back to more upside. No one knows, but again, it's still in a very strong uptrend. So if you're going to short, you better be nimble, because you're shorting a retracement, and those are short and fast, and you have to be fast. And I really don't like doing that. It's like pissing in the wind to me. So we'll see what's going on from here, because remember, it dipped below here and then continued to the upside. So we just have to see what happens if this level at least is going to break down the low of this candle. It's below, or right above this previous swing point right here. So we'll kind of see what happens from there. The S&P 500, S&P 500, yeah. So we see that we had the wedge. It's pretty much breaking down again. 5 days. I don't expect there would be a 6-day down, but you never know. So again, you just protect your profits and kind of go from there and see what happens. And if it regains the 10, then we'll revisit to make sure that we can get back in some names. So looking at SP 500, the XLF or the banking sector had some moves down. So we thought maybe if it could have got above if it got above this level right here, we could have gotten in for Bank of America, or at least back above this one, which is a prior swing around here. We'll see what happens. Again, is this just a flag? So is this just a flag to the downside is the bigger question. We don't know. So you just have to kind of see what's going on from there. Is this a flag to continue to the downside? I don't know. We'll just have to see what's going on and go from there. But if it breaks the lows, let me clear all this crap out. If it breaks the lows and we see that going on and follows through, then we'll address it from there. So the lows need to kind of hold around here. You can see it had a little bit of pop last time it went down and gave a little flag, I guess, of just one day, and then popped back up. And remember that we have this level right here, basically 15. To go from there. So let's see what happens with that. Citigroup is continuing down, coming to test the 50. Wells Fargo coming to test the 50. Goldman Sachs basically coming to test the 50. So Prudential basically one of the stronger out of the few, but it's still, the sector is going to lead everything. So let's look at some other names. Twitter had a great day today. Continued up, broke above this level, and continued up. I didn't get in this trade, but there seemed to be a lot of people that got in, and congrats. At the end of the day, you could kind of look at it like this, and if you got in, congrats. Again, there will be more trades. You don't have to chase right here. You can get it, it could give you a nice dip, and then you can continue, and if it breaks above these highs, it looks good to go farther. Facebook didn't move much today off that engulfing pattern, but that doesn't mean that the trade is dead. We just got to see if it can break above this level and see what happens. Apple is just continuing to the upside. Just goodness gracious, not even. I mean, look at the percentage move that we got from this candle right here. This is, that's 6.5%. That's a big move on a high dollar stock. So that's pretty good. Tesla Tesla needs to break above this 50. If it breaks above the 50, then it could definitely continue to move higher. You have Microsoft, actually something I was looking at yesterday. If it got above that 39, I was going to get in, and it never got in. It just gapped down. Let's see if there's something on another time frame that we need. Yep. So is it just coming down to basically test these levels from '07? So you see that all the way to the left, if it's going to be testing those levels. And we'll see if it continues higher and bounces up above this 39, which it hasn't been. If you look at the monthly, I mean, it hasn't been there in a long time. I mean, the high is pretty much 53, but this has pretty much been a credit selling dream for a lot of people because it just doesn't move that much. But again, if it moves above and holds that, then it looks pretty good. So we'll see and play that by ear. We also got Herbalife. Herbalife is it gave it a pretty good run. It's just resting right now. Let's see if it continues to the upside tomorrow. What I had on yesterday's lunch tweets I wanted to kind of show. I had Las Vegas Sand that continued up. I had Monster that continued up. It broke above here. Let's see if, just roll up the stops and protect some profit. I also had Win. Win followed through very well. We talked about that engulfing pattern. It continued up almost, more than 2% for the day. So if you play some options, you probably could have got paid very well from that. So we'll see what happens from there. There's also 3D. We see a pendant. We don't know which side it's going to break, but this has a lot of large short float. So if it could get it back above, this 80 level, it could really, really punch. So we'll kind of see what's going on. You see the volume tapering a little bit. So maybe we get a candle tomorrow and just some verification, and then we can move back forward to go approach these highs. So that's pretty much it. That's all I'll do for today. And we'll see what's going on. If you have any questions, you can always email me, leave a comment, if you want to see anything, you can email me, put up something in the comment section of what symbol you want to see, and if it's a chart, I want it. So, feel free to send as much as you can. Take care.